Hi, my name is Maddie Zavaris, and I'm the creator of this documentary that shares the importance and benefits of organ donation and transplant. I was inspired to make this documentary as just over a year ago, my mom received a life-saving liver and kidney transplant. Through making this documentary, I met so many amazing people who have incredible stories about how organ donation has impacted their lives for the better, and I can't wait to share that with you all. Today you will hear from 4 people, but stay tuned as I have so many more stories to share with you.
My name is Kathleen, and I am a kidney and a liver transplant recipient. I am married. I married my high school sweetheart, and I have 2 adult daughters who I enjoy spending time with and hanging out with, and they've been very supportive and a great comfort in all of this. I received a kidney and liver transplant in March of 2023 due to the selfless generosity of a complete stranger who agreed to be a donor and therefore saving my life.
My name is Tom Mitrovsky. I live in Scarborough, Ontario. I received my kidney November 27, 1979.
Michelle Robertson. I am 28 years old, single mother of Stony Creek, Ontario, and 3 years ago next month, I received a heart transplant.
Hello, my name is Paula Rodriguez. So I am a wife and mom. I'm a realtor here in the GTA, and I am also a bereaved caregiver. I took care of my sister who passed away from ALS, also known as amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. And I'm here because she donated her organs when she passed away.
Organ donation and transplant means saving lives. It saved mine, and it can save several people. One organ donor can save up to 8 lives, and with tissue donation, up to 75 lives can be impacted or enhanced. There's many myths out there thinking that it doesn't work, but I'm here literally living proof to tell you that it does, and it's important to register to be a donor if that's what you choose, and have that conversation with your family members.
It saved my life. My unknown hero gave me a second chance in life. I was able to see my kids become adults, have their own kids. So I have 12 grandchildren and 5 children, so that's the gift of life that I received.
So organ donation to me means a chance at people seeing their future further than what they're expected to. Goes well with like transplant. It actually depends on which transplant you have. Particularly my case was the heart, and being able to see my future and getting that opportunity to have a transplant was very big for me, especially with having a son and a family. When you're talking organ transplant, it's like 50-50 here if you're going to get it or not, and you don't really look at your future. You kind of think like, we got to take care of this and we got to deal with it, but then you're also thinking about the other side of it.
Organ donation and transplant means hope. It means a silver lining in the most dire of situations. It means a new beginning for others, and it's the most selfless gift that an individual can give to another individual. The gift of life, that's what it is.
I believe now that every day is a gift, a chance to make a purpose, chance to make a difference, and honor the legacy of the hero that saved my life. I was on the list for not too long once I was finished the testing. It's quite a process for the testing. They want to make sure everything else is in working order and in fine form. So once all those mandatory testing was done, I was listed in January, a small pause in February due to hospitalization. But then I did receive a call in February for a transplant, but it wasn't a match. So the next call came in March, and that one was a match. So it was about a year because I had some time served that I got credit for while being on dialysis for a year. I do not know who my donor is. I would love to know the family. Because I received a multi-organ transplant, a liver and kidney, it was from a deceased donor. I have written a letter to the family and would love to know all about the family member when they are ready to do so. I would love to hear from them. Medically, I feel great. I feel great and grateful.
Well, my kidneys are still with me. They're never taken out. They were just drying out. It's called nephritis. And I was 3 years on dialysis. Well, a lot of people are scared. They think that you're still alive and taking organs, which is no. They're living donors and they're deceased donors. So it's just to let people know about organ donation in general. When I received kidney, I was mentally stressed because I was thinking, I am alive and I'm carrying a body part from somebody who is deceased, so mentally stressed. So my doctor tried to humor me by saying that I received a kidney from a woman, and I didn't pay any attention. But he said, there's a side effect. I says, what do you mean? And he said, well, now when you go to bathroom, you have to sit down. And that's how my humor started. After that, I named my kidney Jerry. So it's Tom and Jerry.
So this is a bit of a long one. So it was a genetic thing. When I was 21, I started feeling unwell. I was born with a heart murmur, but it was never investigated. Why? I have no idea. I was premature. So when I was 21, I started feeling unwell, passing out during exercise. I was fairly fit, but any type of cardio was a no-go for me. We started to investigate it, and they determined that I had restrictive cardiomyopathy, and they told me right away, eventually you will need a heart transplant. So that was in 2008, and then 2010 they put in a pacemaker or a defibrillator, and they did genetic testing. And that's when they determined that I had the same genes as my father, who had cardiomyopathy as well, which he did pass away from. So they told me I would be waiting a year to a year and a half. And I went on February 2nd, and they called me February 8th. That was the third heart that they looked into for me. The first two, Dr. Kuzmano says he didn't like. I guess they weren't a match for me. I did have a rare blood type, so they told me I wouldn't be waiting a long time. It was 6 days. And then I was in hospital for 2 or 3. I went in on the 11th for my surgery at like 4 in the morning. And it was like a 10-hour surgery, I believe my mom said. I don't remember much of that. By day 3, I think I started waking up and trying to get moving, learning to walk again, which was very interesting and scary at the same time. They did tell me that during COVID, for whatever reason, there was a huge merge in people deciding to become organ donors. For their own reasons, I don't know, which makes me happy and proud. Like, more people should look into that, because it's definitely something I feel everybody should do, if you can.
I'm encouraged to tell this story because I promised my sister before she passed that I would share her story, keep her memory alive, and it's important that people realize that they have an opportunity to make the most significant impact with their last, I guess, with their final act. You know, when an individual makes the choice, or a family makes a choice on behalf of an individual to donate organs, the impact is immeasurable. And my sister did that for 4 individuals, And I think it's important that people know what she did, her selfless and courageous gift. My sister donated her lungs, her liver, and her kidneys. So she was able to save the lives of 4 individuals. It's important. There are so many individuals that are waiting for organs. And it is, as I mentioned before, the most selfless gift that an individual or a family can give to someone else. And while it is the epitome of bittersweet, I think it is the silver lining in a very sad situation. It certainly helped myself and my family to deal with the grief of losing my sister. It certainly didn't diminish it, but it just helped us to know that that was what she wanted, and we were incredibly proud of her courageous gift. We have heard from one of the recipients, an individual who received my sister's lungs, and it was a gift to receive that letter, to know that they are alive and doing well. It truly was wonderful to hear from them, and I hope to hear from the other individuals as well.
Since donation, I've traveled in so many places and done so many things. I've done things that I probably would have never imagined. The city climb in New York, indoor skydiving, CN Tower edge walk, hiking in Algonquin Park, and I'm not stopping. I have a list of things that I still want to do. So I want just people to know that it does work and it does save lives, and I'm here because of that.
Organ donation works. It saves lives. And why would you waste it?
Just please sign your donor card. You just never know, and it's the ultimate gift.
Make sure you go and register to be a donor.
Register to be a donor or check your registration at beadonor.ca.